Canyonlands really is the #1 place in the world, I think, not just the USA, for really hard roof crack climbing. And whenever me and Pete come down here, you just get so psyched because there's so many first ascent projects to do down here, and pretty much everything is reasonably hard, and it goes from reasonably hard to extremely hard.
Okay, so cheers.
So the first trip down to Canyonlands, we were working on Necronomicon. So this is the crux here. So we can see what is on the underside by looking at the top side. So I can see my crux finger jam here. The crux is basically thin hands, so it's really hard to get your whole hand into the crack, and you can only just get past the knuckles.
Necro is one of those roof cracks which progressively gets harder and harder towards the end. So more or less you're looking at around 15 metres of roof crack climbing on hands and fists. So that's gold and blue friends.
We kind of use Moab as like a base for our rest days, and then we go from there into Canyonlands National Park to do the climbing.
We just needed to pick up some permits from the ranger's office for the Canyonlands, and because the area is quite fragile and you need to treat it with respect, there's quite a lot of rules that you need to follow as a climber. When we came down to the White Rim this trip, there was a project that we had seen on previous years, which we were a little bit aware that it existed, and we had talked previously about the potential for this thing to get done, and we kind of put it in the back of our minds because we don't come to this particular valley that we're in right now for this trip so often. And this route is a very unusual one because it's the combination of bouldering and roped trad climbing.
Oh, it's redlining like a motherfucker. Oh my god. It nearly got seriously emotional.
Yeah, at the end.
All I was thinking of was how disappointed you'd be if I messed it up. I was like, I cannot make him go through another lead.
Oh, that was great.
You start in the back of this enormous tunnel. It's almost like a mining tunnel, and it goes right underneath the White Rim, and you have to put your head torch on and you go right back into the darkness, and it's an incredible feature because it's so long, and it actually has a slight bend in it, so you can't see the end from the start. It feels like maybe you're going to the center of the earth when you walk down into this thing. It goes from all the way down to the smallest sizes, so finger crack, and there's quite a few hard finger crack sections, some thin hands, wider hands, fists, and then finally, right at the end, there's a very, very difficult off-width, and this thing is around 40 foot of 9-inch or so horizontal off-width. It's brutal, it's so short, really powerful, and exactly the thing that you don't want to be doing after you've already climbed 40 meters of pretty hard roof crack.